Hi everyone, welcome back to Wilson Van Travels. This is part 5 of our journey through France, and you join us in this episode as we travel through some of the prettiest villages in Burgundy. Don't forget you can follow us on Instagram for daily updates, and please like and subscribe to our channel.
Even just driving through Burgundy, we just happened upon so many really lovely spots, and we didn't have time to stop at them all because it would have taken us twice as long. We were already there for 4 weeks, but it's a great spot to visit. There's so many surprises around every corner, and it's a beautiful place. So we're having some soup. We had a plan to visit all these, what was it, the top 5
Prettiest villages in Burgundy.
Prettiest villages in Burgundy, of which that is one up there, and it's Chateau Neuf. It's right on the hill, as you can see, very hilly. But parking wise, there's not a lot of parking, and any parking that there was full, so we've driven round. We might try again. There's another little chateau just on the road, and that looks really lovely as well. So yeah, we'll take you to the prettiest villages in Burgundy.
We've just stopped at this lovely little village called Chateau de Common. It's just really pretty little village. Lovely chateau there in the background. And it's got a nice little cafe there. Lots of people enjoying the chateau and having a bite to eat.
Chateau de Common, was it? Yeah, it's a lovely little town really. Not much happening.
Everywhere
in France. But we do know that the 3rd of September is going to be the start of autumn, and there's things happening all over the place, so we'll keep an eye out on 3rd of September.
One of the first villages that we visited was Chateau Neuf. This was a gorgeous little village, and it was full of artists, and one of the ones that we saw was a lovely lady who did lots of brass ornaments of snails, which apparently the snail is the emblem of Burgundy, which was something that I discovered.
Is that because they eat them? No?
Well, it could be, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. It was another, one of the pretty little towns that we visited. It was just felt really vibrant with all the artists and all the exhibitions that were going on.
And the architecture was stunning as well, and it tend to revolve around grapes and the wine. Again, art exhibitions in a lot of the spaces just felt quite bohemian. And there was also a 13th century church, which was just gorgeous. I did film a little bit inside, but there were a few people in there, so out of respect I've not put it in, but well worth a visit. Really high up as well, so the views were stunning all around. So we're here at the lovely town of Flavigny-sur-Ozerane.
country.
There's an overpowering smell of aniseed because that's the aniseed shop. And it's nice, so we just bought some. Reminds us of being a kid. It's a beautiful place. I was just saying it reminded me kind of Robin Hood's Bay in Yorkshire, but without the sea. It's just ambling little tiny back streets. I mean, it's nothing like Robin Hood's Bay, really, but that sprung to mind a little bit without the sea. What's what?
Once again we were back on the road, but it wasn't long before we stopped at another little town that wasn't on the list, but we were drawn to it because of the description and the views that we could see.
So once again by chance we've arrived in a beautiful town of Sommières-en-Auxois. Sommières-en-Auxois, with the names at the bottom. And it's just waking up because it's 10 AM. And it's yeah, it's a lovely medieval town with ramparts and lots of other things going on. So we're going to have a wander around.
I'm not really sure what we're doing here, but we're just following these little signs. And every so often there's a big sign that tells us it's a point of interest. We should have really called it the tourism office, but we're just doing it our way. It's a beautiful little town, this though.
We stopped off in the town square for a much needed coffee and to plan where we were going to stay that night and the route to the next place. So we're in another historic, pretty town of Vézelay. There you go, Vézelay. Looks nice. This is in Bernie's list of top prettiest French towns, although they're all, you know, there's a lot to contend with. Just sheer number of pretty French towns. Now it is a bit like being back in Yorkshire because it's a really steep hill. Lots of artists in the streets, potters, ceramicists, painters, sculptors. It's quite nice for that. And people doing the Camino as well, so there's obviously a Camino around here. Some lovely artwork on display. 1st of August and we're already seeing early signs of the leaves changing colour, early autumn. I want to say even since yesterday we've noticed a difference. Maybe it's just the light, but yeah, coming towards the end of summer, but there's still, if the forecast is correct, another week where it's going to be quite hot in France, up to 27, maybe 30 degrees where we are. So yeah, hold on to those autumn colours for now, and we'll report back if indeed we do get a second little blast of a heat wave. And this is the town of Noyers. Again, lots of galleries and places. And it looks like we've stumbled on a film set, the way that this is dressed, and all the mulch on the road. Oh yeah, it looks like they're going to be filming here. Recognise them vans anyway as well. And this particular house dates back to 1545. Yeah, pretty amazing really. I would say Noyers is definitely worth a visit. Parts of it were closed because he's setting up to film something to do. We couldn't really see what. It's lovely, isn't it?
It's like some out of Beauty and the Beast, isn't it?
Again, yeah, no one fights like Gaston. There's a Beauty and the Beast. We say that about a lot of these old French towns. It's quite big actually, isn't it? But the historic centre, gosh, there was a house going back to 1545. Yeah, and again lots of artists and flower shops and whatnot.
But again, everything closed.
Yeah, well it's French holidays as well, so a lot of it's closed for French holidays, but also lots of things not open till 3. Bonjour.
Bonjour. So we've just finished our little tour of some of the prettiest towns in Burgundy, which you'll have seen on the video. They were all a bit different, weren't they? They have their own little characters and stuff. But,
all quite arty, weren't they?
Yeah,
artists
yeah.
And
well worth a visit. And now we're going to go for a few days because the temperature's going to get quite hot over the next few days. So we're heading towards a campsite that's had some really good reviews, and we'll catch up with you when we're there. Join us next time when our planned one night stay turned into 5 because we just couldn't tear ourselves away from this gorgeous campsite.
we include a full campsite tour as well as paddleboarding and swimming in the river. Au revoir.